Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion from March 29th through April 12th. From March 29th through April 2nd, we have a ridge that is forecast over the Northeast Pacific. You see here over the Eastern Pacific also, and the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean. And we have above normal heights in the east, below normal heights across here. Now, during this period, we will have a system that will be exiting the east here, followed by colder air. Early next week, southern stream system or energy will track across the southern states, and the amount of convection is uncertain at this time because it's following so closely behind the last system that just exited. But if we take a look at various models, there is some convection that is forecast here, and this is what this area doesn't need right now. There's a possibility of flood threat, but there is some possibility of some heavier rain as indicated by some of the models. This is the European ensembles putting out more rain. And then following that, we have a large high pressure system that will be covering much of the country you see right here. Okay, we're going to look at the period for April 3rd to the 7th. And a ridge remains over the Northeast Pacific right here. And we have blocking that develops somewhere between Iceland and Greenland. Now, there's several factors that are playing in this rule. We got to look at the MJO. And if it goes into phase 4, over the weekend, and the Atlantic Ridge develops about 3 days afterwards during the La Nina years. This is like a trend. And we take a look at the latest 500 millibar chart for across the Atlantic. We can see that we have above normal heights developing at the start of April across here. Now, the location of this ridge will either be centered over Iceland or centered over Greenland, and this will determine whether if it's negative, being centered over Greenland, or positive, blocking over Iceland. At the moment, it appears that this ridge will start out as positive and then shift to a negative towards Greenland. If this shift happens, the NEO will be the dominant player then, and the Greenland blocking is expected for the first weekend of April. And if it does shape up, then it'll be fairly cold across portions of the east for the first weekend in April. But it all depends on what's going on here first. Okay, so with that said, so I'm forecasting for this period, forecast above normal temperatures for the west. Forecast numbers of 4 to 8 degrees above normal. Below normal temperatures are forecast here. With the numbers of 2 degrees below normal, being kind of conservative, they can even be higher. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation for this region here. Probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. Now we're going to go ahead for the period for April 8th to the 12th. And the GFS, you can see here, the GFS has a trough or upper low here over the Northeast and also along the East Coast. And the European ensembles has something similar but is deeper. Very strong positive anomalies here and also near Greenland. Otherwise, the remaining models show nearly zonal flow but weaker below normal heights. And this ridge, the trough over the eastern U.S. is further to the east. So for now, going with this, I am calling for below normal temperatures along the west coast, and I'm forecasting anomalies to be near 2 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures forecast for this region, with anomalies of 4 to 8 degrees above normal, near normal here, due to a possibility of a trough here over the Northeast. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation for the Four Corners region, and the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion from March 29th through April 12th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.